Hello and a very warm welcome to Living Room TV. My name's Sally and I'm a mindfulness practitioner, facilitator and coach, and it's been an honour to be part of this wonderful project where we've had lots of different holistic practitioners showing us tools and techniques and that we can use in our everyday life. So as always, what I like to do with mindfulness in any of the sessions that I run is a quick recharge of our energy, just allowing some wonderful life force energy, which you might know as oxygen, into your body. So we're going to do a very basic breathing couple of techniques. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in nice and deeply to our belly, just allowing that to expand and then allowing our ribs to go to the side, so our body's full of oxygen. And we're going to hold that energy, we're going to hold it for about a count of 6. And you can just really allow all that energy just to squeeze it in. You can squeeze it to your toes, your feet, your head, and then you're going to release with a sigh. Just a really long sigh. And the reason why we're doing this, we're opening our body, we're getting ourselves ready, and we're also releasing tension and stress from our body when we sigh. You know, we naturally sigh when we're frustrated, or, you know, if we've got to do something. It's actually a really positive thing that our body's doing. So, you know, see it as a positive thing. Sighing isn't... Some people see sighing as negative, when actually I think it's a really positive, instinctive thing that we do with our body. So just be aware that it's a good thing and your body's doing what it needs to do. Then we're going to breathe in for the count of 4 through our nose and breathe out through our nose for a count of 4 for around a 10. And then we'll do some box breathing, which is breathing in through our nose, hold for 4, release for 4, hold for 4, and then bringing it back. So I'll guide you, so don't worry, and just get yourself nice and comfortable, whether you're sitting, standing, or lying down. Make sure that your back and your neck is aligned as straight as possible, and that you're nice and comfortable, you're connected, you can feel the surface underneath you, you can feel the ground underneath your feet. And if you close your eyes, it's just easier to knock off a sense or eyes, just so that you can feel a bit more relaxed. But if it's not safe to do so, please don't. If you don't feel safe doing it, please don't. Remember, listen to your body. So whatever sport or whatever practice you do, you know, listen to your body. If you can't quite do hold the breath that long for 6 seconds, then don't. You know, hold it for 3 seconds. The only rule is that you connect with your body and you listen to it. So we'll begin by taking a nice deep breath in, so breathing in all the way down to the belly, really allowing that energy just to really work. Hold the breath, really hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release with a sigh. Breathing in nice and deep all the way down to the belly. Hold the breath. Hold the breath. Really squeeze it. You can squeeze it into your head. Just stress it, getting rid of all that, you know, tension in your body, and then release with a sigh. Breathing in nice and deep. Just allowing all that wonderful biochemistry to happen naturally in your body as you hold the breath. Keep on holding. Really hold the breath. And then release with a large sigh. And then begin by breathing in through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4. Breathing in. Release. Breathing in. Release. Breathing in. Release. Breathing in. Release. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Release. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, release, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, hold the breath, release the breath, hold the breath, breathing in, hold, release, hold, breathing in, hold, release, hold, breathing in, hold, release, and hold, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And then just allow your body to find its natural rhythm. Keep your eyes closed for a minute and notice how your body's feeling. Be aware of any sensations in your body. Do you notice any tingling? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more present? Just be aware, and if it only minor adjustments or big adjustments, depending on how you're, taking in it all, just notice, do I feel more relaxed? Do I feel more calmer? And if you do, this is the most important time, is to reinforce it to your body. So it's simply saying, I feel good doing this. This breathing exercise has made me feel more calmer, has made me feel more relaxed. And what we're creating is an emotional management team as a default setting in our body. So the more that we practice these techniques when we're not in crisis, one, we're going to feel so much better anyway, because we're being present and we're giving ourselves this incredible life force energy. We're giving our organs a really good massage. So when we're breathing properly, we give our organs a really good massage, and also all that oxygen reaches all the cells, all the areas where it needs to get, so that your body can work to its full potential. And that's why breathing is so important. So reinforce that message to your body. And the more you practice this, and any practice that you do, that you get enjoyment, or whether or not it's just sitting there, being in nature, having a cup of tea, just taking a moment to breathe in. And if you feel satisfied, tell your body you feel satisfied. The more you practice this practice, the more that you're going to always want to go to these default settings whenever you're feeling maybe stressed or you're in a crisis situation. So, give yourself all the tools, give yourself all the permission to self-heal and look after yourself, rather than old default settings where we might just we might lose it, and we might have an abundance of overwhelming emotions, and we can be shouty, we can be angry. Sometimes I've known people to fist to walls, and they end up hurting themselves because they have to release this energy, and quite rightly so. But actually there are different ways that they can learn how to release, and also sitting with it as well is really important. Being okay with our emotions, and even if they're feeling a bit not, sometimes you have to understand why this is happening. And a really good practice is ask your body, why am I feeling like this? And then take a moment to take some breathing and being out in nature, and listen to your body, because your body will give you the answers. So this next practice is one of the most powerful practices. I really love this practice. It's used a lot in business. But I think it's really important to understand the things that you have control over and the things that you don't have control over. By understanding that more clearly, it can also almost wipe out a lot of unnecessary anxiety and unnecessary panic that you don't need. So basically, it's very technical. You need a piece of paper and a pen, right? And on this piece of paper, you're just going to simply draw 2 circles. You're going to draw a smaller circle, and you're going to draw a larger circle, right? And this is a great exercise to do with children and young people as well. So this is called circle of influence, right? And, clients of mine love this because it puts things into perspective. So this is our circle of influence, the smaller one. And this is the outer circle of influence. So these are the smaller circle are the things that we have control over, right? And the bigger circle are all the things that we don't have control over. So for example, let's start writing on this. So the things that we don't have control over. So things like the past. So you'd write that in that circle. If we don't have control over the past, then we also don't have control over the future. But what do we have control over is the present. So we'd write present in here. Right? So then there are other things that we don't have control over. So like the weather. But what we do have control over is how we protect ourselves, or the appropriate clothing that we would wear with the weather. So I can control wearing sun cream from the rays. Although sun is incredibly important, it also, like everything, it's a balance of, you know, what's a poison can be a medicine, and what's a medicine can be a poison. So sun cream, I might wear a coat to protect myself from the rain and the wind. So other things for the things that we have no control over for this outer circle. So we have no control over other people. Really important one, other people. Also, other people's opinions. And we shouldn't really want to control other people's opinions. Our path is our path. Our journey is our journey, and no one else's. And the quicker we learn that, the easier. Obviously, as a parent, we have a responsibility to look after our children. So there are things there where you might need to take control. But with regards to other people's opinions, belief systems, you have no control over. You can only have control over yours. So you might decide that I'm going to be open-minded about things. Because being open-minded allows you to learn and grow and develop. But also owning your own integrity and understanding your own values as well. So other things that we don't have control over, which cause massive anxiety, massive fear, is the TV, the radio, and the newspapers. So TV, radio, newspapers, right? So this is what's causing incredible stress and anxiety out in this world right now, and it always has done. There's never been a positive TV news or newspaper or radio, but we're defaulted as human beings to being treated about negativity. So if we can't control what's being posted, what can we control? And certainly with people over the pandemic, with clients of mine, is they're getting very anxious because they're always, hearing about, obviously, all the disasters that are happening and the fear and all this kind of stuff. So one of the most important things is what we have control over is don't watch it. Switch it off. Don't buy the newspaper. That's what you have control over. Now, don't get me wrong, it's important that we have information, but we don't have to be inundated. We've been left in a constant state of fear and anxiety and panic and stress. It was terrorism, and now it's obviously the virus now, but isn't it interesting that we don't really hear much about terrorism now as we did before? Now we've got a new form of terrorism, which is the virus. So it's putting people in huge states of fear and panic. And I think obviously we have to be a responsibility on how we look after ourselves and how we clean our hands and how we respect each other's space. So that's what we have control over. Washing our hands, making sure that we're in ventilated rooms, making sure that we're self-caring, making sure that we're eating the right foods. So these are all things that you can write down. The food that I take, the nutrients, the self-care. I might go for walks. So suddenly we're realizing all this stuff that we don't have to, that we can take out and focus more on the things that we have control over. And the reason why it's really good to write it down is so it's out of your head. And it's a great one to work with young people. I can't control this teacher who shouts at me, but I can control myself and how I behave. I can't control the classroom who keep on shouting and making all sorts of noise, but I can control my own behaviour and listen and be attentive. These are choices. And when you understand what you have control over, it's a really powerful tool. So think about it. Have a go at this little technique. You know, you can write it and it can change, and you know, it's good to practice because it allows you to kind of see, oh, actually, I could, you know, if it's raining, I'll just put on a coat and I'll embrace my walk. You know, what's wrong with the rain? It's lovely. Rain is good. It like washes away all, you know, negative energy and stuff like this. So it's good and it feeds the plants and it's important. You know, change your mindset is definitely in this circle of influence. How you present your attitude to tasks. I don't like geography, but I'm going to change my attitude because I'd like to learn different things, and I'm going to be inquisitive. Maybe the school teacher is boring, and that's totally understandable. Maybe the information that you're learning is boring, but why don't you learn it in a different way? You can go on YouTube. There's loads of videos about geography. There's loads of documentaries. You know, fill your soul with being inquisitive. So this is a very simple mindfulness technique, and it doesn't really cost you anything. It just costs you a little bit of your time to sit down and think, what are the things that I have control over and what are the things that I don't have control over? So practice it, give it a go. You'll be surprised, and then think about all the things that, how I can take back my power. So it empowers you. And that's what's the wonderful thing, is that we, you know, one of the gifts that we were given is the power of choice. So learning how to be accountable for our choice empowers us even more. So I've been Sally McFerrin from My Mindset UK, and I hope that you have a wonderful day today. Get outside in nature, feel those wonderful energies around. You'll feel better. And that's one thing, if you're ever feeling rubbish because you can't control what's happening in the world, be in nature. You know, connect with yourself, connect with the people that you love, connect with people that make you happy. You don't have to be in those situations where it doesn't make you happy. You can take back your control. Thank you very much, and I will see you very, very soon.